Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. This is a very quick, well, in terms of how I make videos, a reasonably quick follow-up to my last video on the Tank G, which has kind of gone from being one of my least favorite pieces ever, because it tried to make me deaf, to being one of my all-time favorite pieces in a long time, because I can take all of my drive pedals, store them, and not only, as you saw in the last video, turn them into preamps, but I can actually take the drive pedals and run them into the front end of a Marshall, or any amp, really. There's something to be said for going into the front end of an amp with your effects. Now, I've always been an effects loop kind of player since I first started using an amp that had that. There's something to be said for that sound. Now, the cool thing about loading up the front end, loading up the input of a nice tube amp, is that the delays start to get a little warmer. The reverbs kind of get a little, they just sound different because you're hitting a guitar preamp. So instead of having all of your delays and stuff after, everything's kind of hitting, for me, a very clean amp, and it's still going to break up a little bit. So it's just a different sound. We are able to have our drives in the Tank G be placed before all of this. So we're basically taking all of the effects from the Tank G. It took me forever to get the files going. 6 pedals, a couple of them have multiple settings. If you like this and you appreciate this kind of stuff, you have a Tank G, or even if you just like that I'm doing this, please take a second and hit the thumbs up. My single chain is guitar to wireless. I have a booster here in the front, just a touch of slam into the tank to kind of drive whatever drive is in there a little harder. So if it's a milder drive, I can hit it harder, or if it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying, snacky. And then I have a 2-stage angry driver here. It has the blues driver side and then the JHS side right there. These are stored in here, as well as the parallel. I'm going to have a folder below, a link to the folder for all of the drives, and I'm going to just keep on adding to them. As I get more drives, I'm just going to keep on adding and adding. So hopefully you'll follow the channel, and you'll also grab some drives out of there. As you can see, I have the m-vave chocolate wirelessly synced to the Tank G, so I can turn on individual effects, turn the drives, reverbs, all that off. Now, my version of the Tank G, there's still a little latency. I have the very early version. There is a second version of a Tank G that apparently the latency is nowhere near the issue that I kind of have here. So that's one of the reasons why I use a couple of different stages in front of stuff here, because it's actually nice to just kind of pull up one sound and then add to it from here without having to go over to another setting and have it drop out on me, which I can't use this. If I was going to use this live, I'd have to check out the version 2. Maybe if you have version 2, you can let me know if it sounds better, if you don't have that latency. Apparently there's a little bit of a logo thing going on that's different. I don't know, but this is what version 1 looks like. Yours may look different. Here's my amp. And all 5 different pickup settings. So right now I have, let's see, in this patch I have a little delay, a little reverb going. am blown away that this is like 80 bucks, sometimes 50 on AliExpress or even less. It's really, really cool. And now if you have it, you can grab all the drives that I've loaded up into here in the folder. I was using my old computer. It took me forever to do it. So please hit me with a thumbs up if this is the kind of thing you dig and if you appreciate the work. Even if you don't grab the drives and you made it this far, I really appreciate you watching and thank you. I'll see you next time, all right? Take care.